Hey guys, Cow here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be, as the title says, to get 5 times the amount of stars or 5 times the amount of town halls as you would normally get for this Rumble event here. We're supposed to just take out town halls, and if you're new to this channel, you're in luck because that's all we do here. This is our main way of farming, and this attack strategy is really going to shine in this event as we're trying to do exactly what we normally do when farming here. We're in Titan, and all you need are Sneaky Goblins jumps and a Warden. I do recommend, and actually I should have had this already cooked here, I recommend bringing in wall wreckers, and I'll quickly swap those out. Where is my... oh, here it is. Let's go here. I'm going to quickly swap these out really quick. I do recommend bringing wall wreckers in the CC, and this works at all town hall levels. I'm just using the town hall 16 right now, and we'll be doing this for all the other town halls as well. So right away, this is going to be the army comp, just Sneaky Goblins, just jumps. We bring invisibility in the CC just in case, and the only important troop you should have is a Warden, any level, but you want to upgrade that Eternal Tome as much as possible. And we have 3 siege machines, all wall wreckers. So let's get right into it. We're just going to be sniping town halls with this strategy. It's very powerful. And here we have a relatively dead base, not super dead, but we will be also getting a bunch of loot as well. So we are starting at 8 million gold, we'll just say 8 million gold, 9 million elixir, and 31,000 dark elixir. This isn't a farming video, but I just wanted you to take a look at those numbers right now so that we can see how much more loot we get here. So here I'm going to be sending some Sneaky Goblins. I'm actually going to use an invisibility spell here to make it invisible to check to see if there's any traps behind this clan castle before I send in everything here and then drop the Warden here. So I'm going to be going in here with the Warden, with the Sneaky Goblins, taking that town hall, and then dipping. And that's really all there is to it. You'll be getting... we're in Titan here, so we get quite a good win bonus when it comes to taking out the town hall and getting a little bit of loot afterwards every single time. And if you're in lower leagues, you're going to get a little bit less, and that's why we love it up here in Titan. And in Titan we do get a lot of bases like this where it's on the outside. Here we're actually not even going to use our Sneaky Goblins. Let's just drop all the heroes here, and hopefully this can show you why dropping all your heroes can be beneficial in this strategy. But we're not going to get much out of this, so we do get that 10%, which we get for essentially free, and this will give us this 51,000 gold elixir and 300 dark elixir. It isn't a lot of dark elixir, but we're going to be gaining a lot of loot this way. And the reason why I'm saying we're going to 5 times this rewards, 5 times more town halls that you normally get, is because if you go out and attack a base and get a town hall and you use your whole army, you're only going to get 2 town halls, assuming you get them in both your attacks. This attack strategy, we're aiming to get at least 10 attacks in. So that means you're doing 5 times more progression towards this event. And I don't know about you, but 5 times more is pretty good for me here. So we're going to be dropping a jump spell here, and we're going to be clearing out these storages here. And once they're cleared out, the builders are a little annoying when it comes to Sneaky Goblins, but it is just kind of what it is here. I'm going to be dropping my heroes alongside the Sneaky Goblins to get more percent, And pretty much if you get 20% per raid, you're getting 100k extra, meaning that if we do 10 raids, oh, here we didn't get 100. Oh, that's probably because we're not in Titan 1, but 20% is usually 100k, and that times 10, if you're able to do that 10 times, is 1 million, and 1 million free is pretty good on top of whatever you're going to be farming up. So here we have a base that we can jump into. That town hall probably should have only dropped one sneaky goblin instead of two there to test to see if there were any traps there. But we're going to send in some more goblins over here to clear this out. Once again, sending two because I'm a little goofy guy. And let's jump over here to hopefully get into this town hall. It looks like we're not getting into the town hall. And oops. Okay, it looks like we're going to be dropping jump spells randomly. You know what? I'm just going to call it there. I'm just going to take the loss. I accidentally touched the screen with my finger as I was trying to zoom in to see if we were covering the town hall with that jump, but we weren't. Oh, but we were, and then dropping that jump there was definitely not what we wanted to do. But here we're getting another free town hall, and now you might be thinking that I'm just getting really lucky here and I'm fishing for good bases to record, and if I don't get good bases I just start the video over and try again. And I will tell you that is not the case. There are plenty of holes in bases, and if you watch a lot of my past content on Sneaky Goblins, I don't fish, I don't look for anything, I just go for it. And what comes up in the video comes up in the video. And we do get a lot of holes in bases, and especially the higher up you go, the less likely you are to find these bases that are protecting the town hall. Most bases are trying to protect against the 3-star the higher you go up, as they're trying to push trophies to get into legend. So here is an example of why we like the wall wrecker. Because the wall wrecker will allow us to break through this first layer of wall, allowing our jump, us to only have to use one jump instead of 2 jumps. Because the only thing kind of stopping us from getting a lot of town halls is the jump spell here. So we did lose 2 jump spells in the most recent fail, which does suck. But it's just something that happens. And here we do have a lot of damage being dealt by these heroes, getting us a nice 26%, giving us 123,000 gold and elixir. So we are already at about 1 million gained. And let's see here. I'm actually going to drop a jump here. Nice, we got a trap triggered. Always test for traps, as a tornado spell will always kind of be the end of your raid, and it's just something to be aware of. So here we're going to have to drop quite a few sneaky goblins, and it looks like we do get it. I'm going to dip out right there, getting ourselves another snipe. And we're just going to keep on going. 8 minutes in. I don't really know how many attacks we've done, but we're definitely going to check in afterwards. Here we're going to do some funneling, making sure that when we drop our goblins that they will go directly to where we're trying to go and not steer off too much here. So going to keep on chugging here, and hopefully this goes to the town hall. Nice, we're going straight to the town hall. That goblin triggered a bunch of traps, that one triggered a bunch more, and now let's dive right into it, with the heroes getting us some more percent. And of course the higher heroes you have, the more percent you'll get. But starting at like town hall like 12 maybe, your heroes should be enough to get 12% of most bases, of course, or 20% of most bases. But even only having one hero up, or even having no heroes up, is usually... Oh, I wasn't supposed to get a dragon. That's weird. Is usually enough. So, let's see. Here, this is why we have the invisibility spells, is because of, at Town Hall, 16, you have to deal with the invisibility spell, and the invisibility spell is quite annoying for your sneaky goblins as it eats up everything you were trying to do. This dragon's mostly in here because of the event to just passed, which was what we were using super dragons to get points, so that's why the super dragon was in there. So in case you were wondering, so here we're going to let our goblins come in. Oh, I was talking about the invisibility spell, and then I just completely forgot to test for that invisibility spell. Thankfully, we played enough goblins that if you do play enough of them, you can break through that invisibility spell, but I was playing with fire there as I was kind of just spacing out. And here is an example of, through doing many attacks, you'll open up the opportunity to find bases that will give you a lot of loot for very little investment. I don't recommend going for anything. I wouldn't recommend going for any loot that is inside the base. I would only go for things outside the base because we're doing so many attacks that you will find more loot on the outside of a base anyways. So no need to really spend a lot of goblins trying to get in there, because you can get a base or a town hall down with very little. Why are we so out here? So I'm actually just going to use my king and queen here to funnel this side. I don't care too much about whether or not they live or not, even though that sounds pretty mean, as the main point, or the most important hero we have, is that Warden. So as long as the Warden is alive, everything else being alive is kind of just bonus. So I'm going to drop the World Champion here, going to pop the ability like this, and we got 40% with those heroes, mostly because they're so high level, and almost 200k from just that. So we do have 5 jump spells still, and 77 sneaky goblins, and we're just going to keep on going here as the more attacks you do, the more time you take, the more goblins will be cooking in the background. And I haven't done it yet because I don't particularly like using training potions, because I like the little red ring around my my barracks. It's a little what's it called? I don't know why I use this. I use this mostly to clear out the that one collector here, so that I have better pathing, but I guess that was a little silly to do. I'm going to use, okay, it looks like we're going to die here, so I'm going to hopefully, oh, it lived, okay. So we triggered that right there, and there are no more traps, so we're just going to go full send here, drop the Warden, and hopefully we have enough punch and time here to get this town hall. Okay, there we go. I don't know what was stopping them. It seemed like we took a little while, and it was just going to be at that level for a while there. But we're just going to keep on going. And by the rate that we're going, I feel like we have done more than 10 attacks. And of course, that just makes for a better video, even with the fail we did. You're allowed to fail every now and then. You should try not to, of course, because if you're trying to push trophies, every 3 attacks is equal to 1 loss. So when it comes to, and here's another hole in the base, so yeah, you don't want to lose too many, but for every 3 attacks you're allowed to lose 1, is a good way of thinking about it. And we're just going to keep on going. We'll probably stop at around 15 minutes. We're out of wall wreckers. Plenty of jumps still available to us. And here, this one isn't very good for the loot. I thought it might be, but we're just going to take on this one right here. I'm probably going to go into this dark elixir. And yeah, let's go into it. Go again. And it looks like we can. So I will drop the heroes once again and pop everything and go for it. Boom, Town Hall goes down. We have over 20% as we wanted to, zipping out right as the Warden ability ends. And I think we can do one more. I think one more will be very easy with what we have left. This one has a bit too many storages around the Town Hall. I don't recommend attacking bases with storages around the Town Hall, as it becomes a little bit more difficult if their storage is there, because it will like stop your sneaky goblin. It's very difficult to funnel out a storage and feel safe. Like if there was a storage right here, I would have to drop a lot of sneaky goblins, to try and get there. And that would just be a test sneaky goblin, meaning that I have to drop even more sneaky goblins to get through there. So here we're going to drop an invis. Nice, got all the traps. Oh, but we got pushed out. That sucks. I liked dropping more than one test sneaky goblin. The goblins can just randomly take weird pathing sometimes. And just to prevent losing a match, or losing sometimes because sneaky goblin didn't spring a certain trap, or a tornado trap didn't trigger, and then suddenly you're in a situation where you're losing a lot of that value, or you're losing your push because of it. I do recommend dropping a few more goblins to really make sure. But look at that, we still have 5 jumps remaining. If you want, you can cook invisibility spells with your jumps, so that you don't have to use the clan castle for it. That's definitely a possibility. But yeah, if we look back at the loot gained, we already got 2 million gold, and we were at 9, so 3 million dark elixir. 3 million elixir, and we were at 30, so 22,000 dark elixir. These aren't crazy huge numbers, but when you think of how difficult it is to get big raids sometimes, this one is very consistent. It pushes you trophies, it gets you higher up there, and even though the outcome isn't as big as if we were dropping trophies, it does mean that you can just keep doing what you're doing every day, make sure it's consistent, and not have to worry about being in a drought as you're trying to push back up to get better loot. So that's my mentality on it. That's how you get a ton of attacks in. Let's go check it out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We missed one. 11, 12, 13. So 13 attacks and 1 miss. So we actually got 14 attacks in. And that's 7 times more than you would otherwise. So hopefully you did stick till the end of this video. I wasn't expecting to hit 14, but sometimes you get freebies and you're allowed to go above that 10. But that just means if 10 is the bare minimum and you can get lucky and get more, it's just so easy to do well, specifically in this event with this way of pushing. So hopefully you all did enjoy the video. Thank you if you made it all the way through. It was a long one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.